You knew this was coming.
I sure did.
We're here in slightly familiar, but also unfamiliar at the same time area. We're here on Court Street at Monee for their annual Fall Fest, and we're attending their parade for the first time.
It is great. Beautiful day, blue sky, beautiful white clouds, and the parade's about to get started. What do you think?
Beautiful sights, air is beautiful, lots of beautiful, and I think there's going to be drinks flowing later on as well. But who are we for people just tuning in for the first time? Because, hey, shout out, we're now going into new areas on Comcast.
Yes, I heard.
So I'm pretty excited. You could see AC Variety at 10 p.m. Tuesday nights or anytime on acvariety.com on demand, because we know you like to demand us around. I don't know if they came out right. But anyway, this is Jimmy, and I'm Clem, and you're hanging with us in Monee for their Fall Fest. So stay tuned, grab a drink. The parade will kick off shortly, and we'll see what other fun we're having on Court Street.
One of the perks of the job there, right?
What a start so far, Jimmy.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Like I said, this is AC Variety's first time. You're hanging with Clem here at the Monee Fall Fest for their annual parade. They have a lot of stuff going on this 3-day weekend, including many bands, lots of crafts, booths, vendors. There's even an animal show now, I found out.
Really? That I'm looking forward to.
Indeed. But hey, parade's restarting. Let's get back to it.
Right down the road.
You could also grab some food or a beverage, such as coffee, because it's in the morning right now.
Yeah.
But you could put something in it, you know.
I heard a rumor that you all like Tootsie Rolls like crazy. Is that true? Yeah. All right. No, real fast. And your first name?
Trinity.
And?
Tatum.
Okay, have a great time today.
You too.
Okay, just more of the parade goers here. We're going to take another look down the road. There's more coming.
I don't care.
I'm not sure, but I think I see an old Edsel down there just before the band. It's a classic. bags on that side. Good idea.
How you doing? God bless you.
Hi.
Brother Rice. Okay.
Don't forget Rally Rap! I don't know where I am. Want some? Let's go!
That's what I was
We understood the assignment. We understood the assignment. How are you today?
Oh, you're as far back than I am. How's it going, guys? Hey, how are you?
Bailey for governor.
Let's hear it.
Bailey all the way.
Bailey, woo! DeVore, Nagel.
All the way. West side for my front lawn. Bailey for governor. Bailey for governor. All the way.
All the way.
Get the back too.
There you go.
It's easier to find. We go out on Comcast as well.
Right, hold on.
Camera guys.
Perfect.
Camera guys on
Hey, the
vacation.
camera guy's on the camera guy. You know?
Two places at once. I love it.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
The Weather Channel.
What's up, folks? Follow the Manhattan Weather Channel on Facebook.
Thanks for the great day, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
We can always rely on
It's
these.
not going to be so good.
Yeah. Well, you had expected it's that time of year.
Right.
Thanks for the great weather for this parade, though.
No problem. Thank you, guys. Enjoy.
Manhattan Weather Channel, folks.
Yes, on Facebook. I was up there with the
Judge Art, vote for Judge Art Pigelski.
Check out the $1 Million Baby policy at our booth. Look forward to seeing you there.
folks will let the cop let the cars out with the videotaping and filming out.
I missed it. That's what
Well, I have no idea where Jimmy is right now. This has been the parade at the Monee Fall Fest. You can see people are filing in to see the rest of the festival, so let's take a quick break and we'll be back. And remember, you're hanging with Clem at Monee Fall Fest 2022.
I'm Cindy Nikki, and you're hanging with Clem.
Can you guess this song in 3 notes? Alright, I'll sweeten the pie. The winner gets a broken drumstick. He doesn't count, he's closer to me. for Rick.
Okay, one of the cooler car shows in the Monee area, as well as the southwestern area, is the Fall Fest at Monee. You run across some unique pieces out here. We just walked by this, I'm going to call it a 55 Bell Camino. That's what it says on the sign. We're going to find out more from the owner. And your name, sir?
Donald Konoski, better known as Rusty.
All right, Russ. Hi, I'm going to call you Rusty for the rest of the interview. We were talking off camera, and this is a great story of how cars get saved, and they evolved to what we see on this show today. But bring us back again where this car was and how you saved it.
It was in a warehouse my company bought, and they were going to have it crushed, so I bought it, and here I am now.
Okay. What gave you the idea, if we can walk around the car, and what gave you the idea to make it a Camino? You know?
Well, I've always drove pickups. I was in construction. I've always had a pickup
Okay.
truck. So it was just natural, and I just came up with the idea.
Brilliant idea. Many years, but we were talking off camera. The first Camino, El Camino, was 59.
Yeah.
Of course, there was Camino trucks, pickup trucks, I think,
Yeah,
is what they were
yeah.
called. But this, what you did here is totally unique. Brilliant idea. Can we walk to the back? I'm just curious how you did the bed and stuff.
Yeah.
How that worked out for you.
Well, one of the things I wanted is, even if you look at a 55 wagon or a Nomad,
Right.
this line is straight. It doesn't have what I call the teardrop in it.
Yes, it goes with the body mold.
And so everything kind of started from right there.
That was a smart move.
I had to keep the teardrop, as I call it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It gives it the look and the
But
55 character.
Basically, from here back, everything on the inside is handmade,
Okay,
and the tailgate's part of the trunk.
okay.
And
I kind of like what you did here too. This is all totally fab, a
Yeah,
custom fab,
yeah.
and you really knocked it out of the park. It looks good.
I went out to the junkyard with a tape measure, measuring old truck windows, and found this one. It was out of a Corvair pickup, which I've never seen on the
kidding.
road.
Oh my God,
But
very
it was,
rare.
It was the right size.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take a look at that tailgate right quick too. Okay, see what you did now too. Okay.
Yeah.
Now is that a functional hinge on that, or is that fixed?
No, it opens.
Oh, it does open. Wow,
Yeah.
hats off to you, guy. That's a tough one to fabricate as well.
It's not hanging up. One of them's been real stiff.
Well, that's okay. If you don't, for the show, you don't have to open it up there. It's
Come on, baby. There we go. I gotta readjust that one lock.
wow. My hat's off to you again.
These-
Look at the
These
fabrication
go
on that.
inside of a piece of conduit with a spring mounted, so that when I put it up, they don't
It-
get
it-
on the car. They go inside.
So it like sucks it right, rolls it right back up. That's a brilliant
Yeah.
idea too. I thought I heard that sound too when you pulled it down. You could hear the.
Yeah, you can hear the spring rattling around.
That's a brilliant idea. Otherwise, you're gonna be. This would all be scratched up already
Yep.
and physical. What kind of wood you use for this?
That's bird's eye warming maple that my wife picked out.
Wow, it's.
And then I told her what it was going to cost.
Well, you know what? A lot of guys do this, and all of a sudden they think they get oak right away. But this looks better than oak to me.
Yeah.
It's a softer, nicer looking wood. you
I
know.
went to, well, I've been building cars since I was 16.
All right.
But I went to Bedwood there in Tennessee, and they've got all kind of exotic stuff you can buy.
No
It's
kidding.
expensive, but it's different, you know.
Okay. And before we walk away, I love the tail lights with the bow tie emblem in the purple dot tradition. Where did you ever find those?
It's a combination of two lenses.
Really?
Yeah, this was cut out of another one and glued in there.
Dude, again, fabrication off the top, attention to detail off the top.
They do make something like that, but this one's a little bit different because the bow tie's bigger.
Yeah, it's the
Cut it
biggest.
out of another set.
Wow. And last, before we walk away, let's what's underneath the hood and the drivetrain?
350, 300
Okay.
horse. It's not a hot rod, it's a driver.
No, that's good. That's you enjoy it. I like the idea too with the rally wheels accented red,
Yeah.
like the body of the car, and then again your
Well, when I-
reuse to the
When I
stainless.
was building it, I wanted to put Kragers on it, and that's when their factory burnt down, and I
All right.
couldn't get them, so I put this on, and everybody liked it. I said, all right, I'm leaving those.
To tell you the truth, I like these better than say, what are you going to put like Krager SS on
Yeah.
there? dude, I like these better.
Well,
on there.
I do now.
Yeah,
better.
I mean, yeah, you know.
But at the time, you know.
Sure, sure. Anyhow, listen, Rusty, thanks, and I understand this is called Rusty's Toy. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
that's my toy.
All right, best
Well, if you
toy
talk
I've
to
seen
my
today.
wife- if you talk to my wife, it's my mistress.
Rusty spends a lot of time in the garage,
you.
folks. All right, thanks again. Have a great show and good luck on today's competition.
Yeah.
Okay, we're walking down the line of these beautiful special interest cars right here at the Monee show, and we have a local Monee guy here that's got a really kick butt Malibu. And we're just talking off camera. Instead of a lot of guys, you know, like making a clone car out of it, converting a Malibu and then making it an SS396 and changing it all the way around, this is truly a Malibu, and they've added some personal touches here. That well, I'll just let Mr. Lynn tell us about it. So, how long have you had it?
Probably about 11 years.
Okay.
Yeah, probably
okay.
about 11 years.
Now we were saying you did some creature changes on the inside, and it looks great.
Thanks. Yeah, we just I like the idea of some of the 70s, some of the SS stuff. And,
Sure.
So although it's not an SS, you still like what they were. So we did put the different dash in it and change it over to bucket seats and stuff like that. And it's just something built it the kind of way you wanted to do
Oh,
it.
absolutely. Again, I like. Nice to find the hardtop configuration like that. How was the vinyl top? Is that original, or did you put that on, or did you?
When we got it, it was already painted. It's an old restore as far as the paint and body goes.
Okay.
It's all original steel. It's not. It doesn't.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's the original
Wow,
floor pans
straight.
and stuff. Yeah. It was originally a California car. We picked it up from actually a kid in Michigan had just got a new job, just got this car. His young kid lost his job, and his grandpa told him, "Hey, you got to get rid of it. You got to have priorities here." And we came in and that's how we picked it up. So it was.
To tell you the
it's been fun
truth,
ever since.
having interviewed a lot of people, turnkey is and then just finishing the car is a lot better than building it from scratch, because the money laid out from building from scratch is.
Yeah, you know what? At this stage in my life, I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with rust. I don't care if it doesn't. I don't care if it doesn't have a motor. None of that other stuff mattered. I just wanted something solid, and we were fortunate enough where, I mean, like I said, we changed the interior, we did stuff to the engine and all that stuff, but the car itself was solid, and
Yeah.
that's what we were looking for, and the bonus was everything else.
Speaking of motor, let's run to the front for a minute. I know you had a small block in here.
Yeah.
A great appearance under the hood. I love those valve covers and stuff, but this is what, a 350?
Yeah, it's a 350. It's got a little bit of mild cam. We converted it over, put a roller cam and rockers and stuff.
Okay.
We want something that we can get in. The air still blows cold, works great. We
Terrific.
want something we can go and drive 2 hours away, 3 hours away, not have a problem.
All right,
And so
which will bring us, I'm sorry to interrupt, but bring us to the drivetrain. I assume like a turbo 350 in here?
No, I got a 700 R4.
Wow,
Which is
hats off to you,
Nice,
dude.
nice,
Now
nice
you're doing-
highway gear for that.
Okay, 10 bolt or 12 bolt
12
rear?
bolt with a
Okay,
331.
you did this right. I'm not kidding you.
We
This
just,
is.
like you said, get in and go. You can do 85 you
Yeah.
know, in spots. And,
What do you have, about a 373 in that rear end?
No, it's got a 331. It's got the small 331 in it.
That's good though for getting on the
Highway.
interstate and
It
doing
is.
65 miles
It
an
is.
hour, not worrying about the.
Yeah.
You
It's
know.
not a tire burner, but you know what? We didn't. I just want to go out and do stuff like this and have fun at this time. So.
All right. Anyhow, it caught our eye as we're walking by. Just your attention to detail, especially even underneath the hood. Just treatment like this. A lot of people kill it with chrome. You've done it with this really subtle gray silver tones.
So the valve covers are what started all that. I wanted those valve covers, and with that
Yeah.
came everything else. That's all of a sudden I see we're putting a different cam and heads and all stuff on it. But
Yeah.
I just like that machine look.
That's exactly a good name for it. It's a nice machine look. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the rally wheels on there too. It's period correct, and it
There's
looks like
so many nice wheels out there nowadays. But once again, I've wanted a car like this since I was 13. They had the rallies on it, and I'm like, you gotta go.
That's it. And they're nice offset on it. They're a little deeper dish. So
yeah, no, we're happy with it. Like I said, it's fun. It's been fun. My wife never was really into cars. Still kind of isn't, but she respects them and realizes how much fun it's
sure, I'm
making it
sure.
for me.
When you guys go out as a family and show the car, it's a fun experience for everybody.
It is, and now I got grandkids, so now I'm sure they're only a year old, but I won't take them long for. They're gonna probably want dibs on stuff like this. So.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Anyhow, Don, I'm gonna grab a hand.
All right, hey.
Thank you so much for stepping up and talking about this great car, and good luck today in the competition.
All right, thanks a lot. You take care.
Okay. Okay, again, walking the, I almost said flight line, but this is the car line here out in Monee today. But we ran across an awesome, and I'm going to find out the name of this color. I'm going to call it copper for now, but found out that this cool 63 Galaxy, sometimes people don't know what it is, and we're going to have the owner explain that in a minute. And your name?
My name is Leo Villarreal, and I'm the lucky owner of this 1963 Ford Galaxy.
Leo, how long have you had this?
10 years now.
Wow, it is gorgeous. And I got to ask you, the color, what's it officially called, and was it a Ford color?
It's a DuPont color.
Okay, that's good enough for me. That's
And
the best auto paint around.
And it's sunrise orange.
Okay, it's like perfect. I do remember back in the day, I don't want to date myself, but I had a friend of mine that actually had a 63 that was a two-door hardtop. And it was it was 2 shades darker than that.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't think that was...
And I forgot what it was called, but a lot of people used to call it copper color. And that's why I hesitated for a minute. Did Ford offer a lighter version of that? But it's perfect color for this car.
No,
so.
it was just someone's twisted imagination, which I appreciated.
Okay.
Yeah, because I actually stumbled on this car. I was looking for something completely different.
Now, how far of it was it along before you bought it? I mean, was it like we're looking at, or did you add some personal touches?
No, it's just like you see it.
Wow, dude, this
like
was a great find.
So there's not much of a backstory on it other than I was just hopeful, and I have friends and family in the car
cars
world, and they turned me on to some folks, and then I found it and followed it, and then once it was ready, I jumped on it quickly.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it started out, it was found in Utah, in a barn in Utah.
Wow.
And then taken to Allegheny County, Pennsylvania,
where
it was rotisserie restored, and here we are.
Wow.
And then I stumbled on it and went and picked it up out of Detroit.
To jump to the interior, I like what was done. It's not, it looks period correct, but yet it's like a nice update looking.
Yes.
I like the color key on the dash with the body.
Yeah, I think that's key.
And I'm not sure, but that looks like original Ford linkage on that
it is.
Ford Speed.
It is.
So,
which comes with its...
It's got a reverse lockout on it too, right?
Yeah, but it comes with its headaches too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, just like in the originals, the linkage would jam.
Really?
So you got to get underneath there and muscle it. Like if you're around here when we leave, I'm going to do it because I can't get it to go forward now.
Wow.
Because the linkage again, and that happened maybe once a year.
All right, I can see that.
I've got to be ginger.
Yeah. I know, some of the stuff you want in there period correct, and then just, other cars you'll go and see something like that, and all of a sudden you see a late model hearse linkage in there.
Yeah, Yep.
But I like, again, clever things like with the steering wheel, you got that little horn ring looking thing in the center, so you have a new and old sort of mixed together. It's just a nice combination and a nice feel. I might add too, nice idea with the wheels.
Thank you.
A lot of times you'll see vintage metal like this, 60s and 50s, and all of a sudden they got some monster 18-inch wheels on it.
Yeah.
And it's like the car's meant to have these wheels.
Yep.
On it.
This is subtle in that.
Yeah.
I can appreciate it, despite the bright orange color.
Yeah. And my hat's off to you too. And if we can go to the trunk real fast, I like the fact that your spare also has a matching rim and wheel.
That was difficult to find.
Really? That is.
I guess that's the only thing I did do.
Okay.
It had the factory, the original. I still have it.
Yeah, of course you want to save that.
But I thought it wasn't practical for me to. I've been driving up to Gurney and stuff to shows, and I thought if I get a flight along the way.
Yeah, no, that's a good ride too.
Even though I have road service, I can change a tire in 30 minutes as opposed to 3 hours. So I went looking for that and thought it would be add a little bit to the show of the car, and I got lucky. Got lucky on many aspects of this car, every aspect of this car.
Yeah, then my hat's off to you, and you forget how on these full-size Fords and some GM products how big the trunk was back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm thinking when you go on the road with this car to show it, you can put all your detail stuff back here, and pack the kids and all their stuff. And coolers.
All that goes in there easy.
Yeah. Boy, that right there is fine.
So I parked my wife's car right next to it, which is a Ford Fusion.
Okay.
And we chuckle and go, Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at the sizes. Who you think? My kids always ask, who would win in a fight? Probably this one.
Yeah. Good guess.
It's twice as big.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much.
Oh no, and let me grab a hand, Leo. Thank you so much for stepping up. I know we pulled you away from the family and stuff.
No worries.
I like the Star Wars theme there you guys got going on too. That's
yeah, we're kind of nerds there.
But hey, that's my whole family's nerds. Don't worry about it. Anyhow, listen. Good luck at today's show with this thing. I hope they recognize the uniqueness of it when they judge it. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Take care. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Try to stay cool.
Yeah.
We're voting for you.
Thank you, son. Appreciate it. Man.
Okay, if you're a Buick fan, and I'm a car fan in general, but when you see some rare pieces, especially Buick, especially GS's, especially 70 series before they started detuning them in the early 70s, I was going nuts. We've been looking for the owner. We found both of them here. We're going to get some names again, and your name's there?
Bob.
Bob and?
Ryan.
Ryan. Okay, it's the father-son team. That two beautiful cars, and we're going to start with this GS 455. Bob, how long have you had it?
I bought this car in 1975 from the second owner, so we're the third owners.
Okay.
It was sold brand new at Bauer Buick in Harvey, Illinois.
Sure.
It used to be one of the biggest Buick dealerships in the area in the 60s and 70s. So that's where the first owner bought it. The second owner was the police chief of Hazelcrest.
Okay.
And then I bought it from him.
Okay. Interesting story around that. Caught my eye right away. The automatic transmission linkage on the column, the bench seat in the front, just has that kind of a sleeper look and flavor in there.
Exactly. Having the shift on the column with a big block is a little unusual. Typically it's the bucket seats and console, but I believe this car was just built for stock to send to the dealership, and it may have been out on the lot when the first owner found it.
Wow.
But it doesn't have, it has the 455, but it doesn't have the stage 1 option. And like you said, the bench seat, it has the fold down armrest, and the shift on the column is a little unusual for the big block, at least the Buick 8-body cars.
Okay, yeah. And Ryan, when did you start getting interested in what we're looking at here?
Oh, when I was younger, I just saw them in the garage growing up, and just go with rides with my dad, and that's how I got into it.
That's all she wrote, huh?
Exactly.
Okay. Any one of you guys want to answer this next one? The vinyl top, is that the original?
No.
Okay. How was the condition underneath it? Do you recall, or do you?
Underneath the top?
Well, did you add the vinyl top, or was it?
Well, when we restored it.
Oh, you did do a restoration.
This has been a restoration.
Okay, didn't get that far.
2013.
Okay.
So it's the original color combination. The green is a little darker than original. The original green was called Sherwood Green, which was a dark or a lighter than this.
Was it metallic like that?
It was also metallic.
Okay.
When we had the car restored, I wanted to keep the green and the white contrast, but I wanted a darker green. So this is not factory green. It's a little bit darker.
You could have fooled
factory.
me, though, I'll tell you that. You know, again, some of the GS highlights, the stainless steel trim across the bottom with the double red stripe.
Yes, that was GS only.
GS only,
yes.
And you don't. Sometimes after a restoration, you don't see it. They didn't put it back on or something.
Exactly. There are rocker panels without the red trim, but that was specifically for Grand Sport 70 to 72.
Okay. And those were correct rims for the GS package?
Yes, those were optional rally wheels. The car came with standard would have been steel wheels, and the small, to go like the dog dish or poverty.
Everybody calls it the poverty sleeper dog dish hubcaps,
That's
right?
what was on this car when I bought it.
Really? Oh.
So these were optional wheels that you could have purchased, so we put the rally wheels on.
Yeah, I was going to say if you have the option of going back and forth if you want to.
We still have the dog dish hubcaps up on the garage wall.
Excellent. Ryan, what do you say we walk over to that stage one?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay. Okay, right away, this is catching my eye, guys, with the red line tires on there. Was that Uniroyal that made those? Or?
May have Uniroyal or BF Goodrich. In 1970, the tires were either black wall, white wall, or red line.
Okay.
I believe the raised white letters, at least for Buick, weren't offered until 71.
I think I agree with you as well. I remember seeing it was an era of a lot of Goodyear polyglass raised letter.
Yes, polyglass GT.
Yes, they were
60 15s. That is what you saw on the 71 Grand Sports.
Right.
But 70 was white wall, black wall, or red wall.
Okay. Let's walk a little closer to the car because I noticed we have a little different interior treatment going on here. Okay. Beautiful console and the wood grain on it and the buckets. First of all, give us the history of this car. How long have you guys had this one?
This car I bought in 1977, 2 years after this one.
Okay.
Saw it in a used car lot.
No kidding.
Went and bought it. Yes.
Wow. So many interesting things about the Stage 1. Well, you know what? You guys tell me, what's the difference between a regular GS and a Stage 1 GS?
The Stage 1 option consisted of a rejetting in the carburetor.
Okay.
The heads, the intake and exhaust manifolds were increased in diameter.
So there's a little head work. So a little more intake and outtake on the heads?
Yeah.
In other words, exhaust ports and...
intake and exhaust ports were increased in size a little bit. A higher lift camshaft.
Okay.
A heavy-duty radiator.
Okay.
And in the transmission, I think there are 3 or 4 clutch packs in the transmission. Each one has 6 discs in it. One of the forward clutch packs has a 7th disc in it, just for it to catch a little bit quicker when you take off.
I never knew that. Well, my hat's off to you guys doing that Buick research like that. The functional ram air, that was an option, or was that part of the Stage 1 package? Or?
That was the Grand Sport.
Okay.
Well,
both sides. Okay.
There was a GS 350 and a 455, but that snorkel air cleaner was standard on Grand Sports.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it, I don't know if you had added that and it came standard with that, but now I know it's standard with GS. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Again, was there any sort of restoration done with this?
This was a 4-year restoration.
Wow.
This car was a little rough.
I would have never known it looking at it today, guys.
When I initially bought it, it sat in my garage wherever I was living at the time for a number of years. So actually 5 years ago, last month, we pulled out the engine and started the restoration. So the engine's been rebuilt, transmission, it's been a body off-frame restoration. Wow. There's a lot of new metal here. It is the original color, code 50 bamboo cream for 70 Grand Sports. We wanted to keep that color combination because we get a lot of compliments with that and the dark saddle.
Exactly, the interior and the top.
Interior.
Yeah, it all comes together rather well, I might add.
That is the original bamboo cream color.
We didn't walk to the back of the car, but was there any on the GS exhaust package? Was there a bigger diameter exhaust, less restrictive mufflers, anything like that from the factory?
2 1/4 was the exhaust size for the Grand Sport.
Okay.
I think I'm not sure, but for the Stage 1, I don't believe there was an increase in diameter. For this car, the engine has been rebuilt to about 500 horsepower, so we did put 2.5 inch exhausts on it.
Okay.
But this car is fairly stock with the 2 1/4 inch exhaust.
Well, I'm impressed. And the last thing before we walk away, guys, I noticed you have the Buick Nationals t-shirt on. Do you guys frequently make Buick events and stuff of that nature?
We do. Buick Club of America has a national meet once a year. They pick cities throughout the country. Okay. They've been in Denver, Phoenix. This year was in Lisle in Chicago. So we went there, we took our 68 Skylark, and we entered it in the driven archival class because it's completely unrestored, and we won an award for that car.
Really? Can I ask the color of that Skylark?
It's red with a white vinyl.
The reason I asked that is I don't know why, I feel like I've seen it before.
I have?
Maybe I have it, because we do make a lot of shows around but it would have to have been around the southwestern suburbs.
I don't know where we've had it this year. I'm not sure other than the Buick.
I was almost going to say red before you said red. Then I thought, no, let him say it, just in case. But so you did very well with that.
We did okay. We got the elite, one of the elite archival awards. There were a number of them, but we got
judging
one
is
of them.
So critical.
Yes.
You know, my hats off to you guys for
Thank you
for having something like that.
Thank you.
And at this point, we're going to come to a close, but I'm going to grab a hand first.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for both stepping up. And there's a lot of pride and there's a lot of genuine stuff here. Enjoy these every time you roll them out.
Definitely.
And just know in your hearts that there are a lot of Buick enthusiasts that may not be able to do what you guys have done, but appreciate what you've done. So
Thank you
we'll leave it there.
It's our hobby.
Okay. All right. Stay with us, folks. We got more coming from the Monee Show right here on AC Variety. Okay, we're walking along and you see all kind of hot rods at car show, special interest cars. But when you run across a really badass looking, this is an SS Trailblazer, right?
Yes, 2006.
Okay, and the owner's name is?
Patrick Hannigan.
Ah, fine Irish name, I might say, Patrick.
Yep.
Okay, take me through. So we're talking off camera, and I just love what you've done to the car. Just how long have you had it?
I've had it 3 years, and it was the 3SS version with the all-wheel drive, and I converted it to two-wheel drive.
Okay.
But it's got the aluminum heads, different injectors, bigger throttle bodies, long tube headers, Flowmaster exhaust with the dual valence out the back.
Right.
And it's got the airbags in the back. It still has the compressor in here, so it actually has an air compressor on the side where you could use a hose and blow up tires.
Sure, and you could.
Yeah. And that would do an auto.
It
would do that, but
yeah.
I just got the airbags with separate valve stems underneath the back where I just put 10 pounds in it just so it don't bottom out because it's lowered. You know, it would hit the bump stops.
I might say the stance on it is really nice.
And it's got the handmade, custom-made carbon fiber hood.
I was going to ask you about
I won that from a car show.
Okay.
I bought a raffle ticket and I won it.
I was going to say, where did you ever find it? It's
one of a kind, that's for sure.
I've never seen one like that.
Yeah, it's one of a kind. It was a $50 raffle for a estimated value of $2,500 they wanted for
it. Carbon fiber for sure, man.
Yeah, full carbon.
So it bolted right up with no...
Bolted right up, and it don't have the springs anymore. It's got the hydraulic shocks.
Yeah, I noticed the long arms on it.
It sits, like right now, it either slams shut or it'll pop wide open. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so
what was the weight difference? Did you pick up some less weight on that, or?
For the carbon fiber?
Yeah.
Well, just being black, and it's got the cowl induction on it. So it sucks air back here. And
gotcha. Okay.
It's all about air induction.
I wasn't sure if there was any kind of a versus sheet metal, if there was any kind of a weight.
It's got the all electric cooling fan, so there's no clutch fans on it. The 3-core aluminum radiator. And air conditioning works, heat works.
Now you got all the creature features.
I mean, it's all there.
I think you got a moonroof too, don't you, or something?
Sunroof.
Okay.
And it only gets 8 miles to the gallon, though.
This is what I've heard from, but
it loves fuel.
Yeah.
And it likes premium fuel.
Okay, nothing like 93 octane in the summer. And I got to compliment you with the interior package on this from the factory was so nice, but the interior of this car is so nice with the SS inlays on it and everything.
Exactly. Well, the 3SS is the leather seats. It's not the cloth seats, so it's all the leather.
Right.
With the moonroof and stuff like that. The only thing it don't have was the entertainment center, which some of them came with for the backseat passenger.
Yeah, there was a drop down on the roof or something?
Yeah. They've never had it.
Okay. Well, anyhow, again, we were walking by, saw it. We had a look for you. We saw you underneath the shade tree. Thanks for coming out, Patrick.
Actually,
thanks for coming out.
The gentleman that was talking to me, his son sold me the truck.
No kidding.
Yep.
Okay. I hope he tells his son, hey, guess what? Patrick just got called on an interview on the truck you sold.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well,
anyhow,
I appreciate it.
I'm going to grab a hand.
Thank you.
Thanks. Enjoy this every time you bring it out, man. It's nice. It is so nice.
I do. I love it.
All right.
And days like today make it worthwhile.
Yes. Okay, right next door we saw, from this SS, we saw an awesome Z28. We're going to find out more about it. And your name?
So my name's Brandon Hannigan.
Okay,
and,
Brandon.
Yeah, it's a 95 Z28. Same year I was born, so.
Okay, which is kind of sweet, having that car.
That's why
and
it means a
it
little
makes
bit more
it vintage.
to me. Yeah. So.
All right, aside from it, curb look is terrific. I caught my eye right away. A lack of amenities on the inside, crank windows, sort of no frills in it. I remember there was a police package back then. Can you fill me in on more of that?
I think it's like the 1LE or something. It's never been confirmed that it's a 1LE, but
it certainly looks like it to me.
From what I've heard, yeah, if it's got crank windows and no back defroster or anything, that was like a telltale sign. So never really looked into it, but yeah, the more I hear about it and stuff, the more rare it seems to be.
I've seen maybe one time years ago and then seen pictures of state trooper cars from across the United States that were Camaros Z's, this vintage.
Yeah.
And this looks like it. You know,
it's got to be. It's got no T-tops or nothing. And I mean, the thing that got me when I first heard it, I was in high school the first time I started shopping for them, and I heard the car start up on a video, and I was like, Dad, I got to have it. So.
Well, I might be wrong, but there was a power plant drivetrain available on this package for police purposes that is on and above. So, do you know anything about that? Or?
No, all I know is that it's got a different motor in it.
For sure.
So it's got a different built LT1. It's got heads and cam and everything.
Okay.
And the T56 6-speed, that's my favorite part about it.
I bet.
The 3 pedals, clutch, kick, and go. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the motor and everything in it. Like I said, I never checked it, but as far as I can tell, it very well could be, but I just enjoy it. I enjoy driving it and taking it out.
The rims, although they're Chevrolet rims, you don't see those that often.
No, they're actually off of the SS Camaro, like the 2001, 2002
Okay, I
SS.
wasn't sure because the insert in the center was throwing me.
Yeah, this is basically how I found it and stuff, and I've just been enjoying it and keeping it clean, and you know, now I got a better job, a little bit of money I could save up, and
yeah, I mean, it's there now. I mean, just to maintain it with the extra horsepower of the motor and breathability on it. Is it got some unique exhaust on it that you noticed?
I think it's all 3-inch MagnaFlow. It's got
so you've got some aftermarket stuff.
Yeah, it's got
decent.
a MagnaFlow muffler that's got the single pipe in and then 2 tailpipes out. So I mean, it's not super loud, but
no, it's better, less resistance than a factory piece.
Oh yeah, high flow, everything. So at that, and it's got all red tubular control arms up front and back, and BMR suspension components and stuff on it.
You're there already.
It's awesome. Yeah, I enjoy driving it. That's what I mean.
And I probably enjoy showing it as well. So you know.
Yeah, it gets a couple of head turns when I come pulling in. And
Absolutely.
idle and stuff.
And last, before I walk away, I would be remiss if I didn't compliment you on that. I know it's a GM color, but it's really nice on this car.
Yeah, I never really see them. If I do, they're usually parked in someone's driveway and have weeds growing through them. So I like to try and keep mine nice and clean, and it shines pretty well. I don't see any other car out here this color.
No, and we're walking the whole display line, and you're unique here.
Yeah.
Most father and son. So
yeah, out here hanging out.
Anyhow, Brandon, I'm gonna grab a hand. Thanks so much for stepping up, and we pulled you from underneath the shade tree there.
You're all good.
But you guys are kicking butt with what you showed up today with. So okay, enjoy.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Take care. You too.
Parker, wave. Don't wave. You better not wave. You better not wave.
Okay, you know, everybody's like taking a break because we're in the shade and it's warmer than expected. And I've been just talking to these guys, really cool guys. We can find out who they are. And you are?
I'm Carl.
Carl, you were in the parade earlier, right?
Yes, I was.
ROTC over at Monee.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay, indeed, and they were looking tall today too. And here we have a volunteer putting in some time today. And where do you go to school? And shout out to your activities.
I go to Crete Monee High School, and I was here volunteering for my class, Ignition. We like mentor like the freshmen.
Really?
We try to give back to like the community a lot.
Okay. Is that in a tutorial sense, or?
No, it's just like people who feel like they want to help out the school and like give back to the community and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hats off to you. So, what are your career aspirations at this point going forward?
I don't really know what I want to do yet. But
this is great because I'm an older guy and I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I'm still trying to think about it. I have a few things in mind, but I'm still not for sure on them.
Okay, and I forgot if I asked you your name or not.
My name's Skylar.
Skylar, beautiful name, I might add too. You guys, this exemplifies young people around Monee and getting out there and getting it done, and that's our future. And I'm feeling pretty proud right now, guys. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a great day as well.
You too.
Okay, stay with us. We're gonna get back into the sun and see what else is going on.
When you're hanging with Clem, you never know what fun stuff you're going to walk into. And can you believe 1 year ago on this very weekend was the grand opening for the Monee Heritage Center? We're here at Fall Fest and now we're inside the Heritage Center. I'm here with Phyllis. Could you briefly introduce yourself and talk about what the Monee Heritage Center is?
Hello, I'm Phyllis Huffman. I'm the secretary of the Monee Historical Society, and we are a group that wants to get together with the people in the community to teach them about the heritage and history of this area. We have all kinds of things going on. We partner with the Peatone Library to have some mystery book clubs going every other month, and we have had children's story hour, and we're working on doing something a little bit different with that and maybe having quarterly presentations for families and children. We're all volunteers, which makes it interesting because we need to get people here, and we certainly would welcome others to join our group and volunteer their time. You can give as much or as little time as you want. Join us for our membership meetings once a month. And if you have plenty of time, and we'll be glad to use your skills to do whatever it is that you can help us with.
Very cool. Now, you mentioned the monthly meetings. When do those take place?
Thursdays, but I'm not sure. It's the second Thursday of the month?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we took a hiatus for the
we're
summer.
not sure.
Oh, it's all good. I say there's always questions. There must be a website that we could go to find out a lot of this.
Hopefully.
It's Monee Historical Society. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the Monee Historical Society, and that will give you information on our monthly group, our monthly events.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now we have in the Historical Society we have a monthly calendar for September, October that tells you about what we're doing right now and next month, and we do keep those up to date so that people can come in and see what it is that we're working on and join us.
Very cool. I want to say a few months ago you actually had a display encompassing the area schools sporting events. It's pretty cool to learn about the history, including there has been previous championships in the area. So every month you basically change things up around here, so you definitely have to keep coming back in. I apologize, we didn't get your introduction. Please introduce yourself and provide your commentary.
Hello, I'm Margaret Horn, and I'm just a longtime member. Right now I'm not on anything other than our just advisory board.
Library committee.
Oh, I'm on the library committee because I'm a library trustee. So we are looking forward to October and the end of this month. In October, we're planning to do a cemetery walk at St. Paul's. So we are going to take you around St. Paul's and introduce you to some of the previous residents and tell you how significant roles what significant roles they played in the community, which is kind of really cool. Christy and I and Mary did a little walkthrough the other day, and it is amazing what Christy knows about these people. So, and if you want to know more about Monee's history, downstairs we have a book called Our Roots Are Deep, and we had that reprinted from our 1974 when it was originally printed for our centennial. And come in and grab that book.
I have to say, I think I did a little research on the cemetery. Wasn't there a lot of people buried there during the time of, actually, believe it or not, pandemic? Not the one we're familiar with, but one earlier?
You know, we were looking for that because I think there were some children's graves. We weren't really clear as to what year we would have to look for, but I think there are a number of graves that were from that.
True. And I have to ask, have you all had any haunting experiences in here at the creamery?
Oh, well, I was part of the group that did the haunted house years ago in this building. Aww. It was an appropriate place to have a haunted house. I have this memory of one of the dads taking a snake out of the basement and people thinking it was fake, and it wasn't.
Very historical.
You got a smile on your face there. Very exciting. But there's a lot of things going on. I saw a lot of people coming upstairs want to go around. So any concluding statements here today?
Just please stop in and see us. And also we have a beautiful quilt that's been made that we're raffling off. So if you are in need of a quilt, come and buy a raffle ticket.
Yep. Love to see you here. We're trying to be open at least once a month, so keep an eye on the calendar.
Very good. And just remember, go to your favorite search engine to type in Monee Historical Society, and this place will show up. And otherwise, remember, all roads lead to AC Variety, so go to acvariety.com. Stay tuned. You're hanging with Clem at the Monee Historical Society.
Thanks, Clem.
So let's see if I can bring out a very special type of a bird. Now, this bird that I am about to bring out, she was actually given to me by the San Antonio Zoo down in Texas. Unfortunately, before they sent her to me, they named her. You know what they named her? Bananas. Wasn't a good name. Shortly after I brought her home, I realized she does not like bananas. She prefers blueberries. So let's see if these blueberries will be enough to get her attention on me. And I think every single person here will recognize the type of bird that she is. Come on out for me, kid. Have a few people who want to see you. So this is Bananas, and this is a keel-billed toucan. They are also sometimes called the rainbow-billed toucan because of the colors of her beak. Now, toucans, they are famous for having this big, scary-looking beak, right? Even though that's a big, scary-looking beak that she has, it's not a strong beak. The muscles in her beak are not even strong enough to crush a grape or a blueberry. So what does she do? She'll just gulp her food down whole. That's the best she can do. If she encounters a bigger piece of fruit out in the wild, she will first pull off a small bite-sized piece and then go and swallow it down. Now, these birds, they are native to the jungles of Central and South America. That's the only place you'll find a toucan living. And there's over 20 different types of toucans that live in the Amazon. They can range in size from 6 inches long to a little over 4 feet long. Now, people will ask me if she's a cousin of a parrot. No, she's in a different bird family altogether. Although she lives in the same habitat as a parrot, her cousin is found in Africa and Asia and was made famous by a well-known Disney movie. If you've ever seen The Lion King, if you remember the character named Zazu, looked very similar to a toucan. He's a close cousin of a toucan. He was a bird called a hornbill. Because in Africa, you're going off cue, kid. All right, here we go. So let's see. Here we go. If I can get you back, okay? I was taking my time for this next part. She got tired of waiting for me. There we go. All right. So I am going to see if I can get this bird to show off a natural ability, something that took me a very long time to train her how to do for my programs. So everybody, keep your eyes on that big beak that she has. She can actually grab these blueberries right out of mid-air. These blueberries, they will be playing the part of a flying bug or an insect that might be flying past her head out in the wild. I bet you never thought you'd see a toucan playing catch before you came to Fall Fest today, all right? So sometimes to survive out in the wild, you have to be clever in order to make it, and that's exactly what toucans have done, all right? She's doing a little bit of sunbathing. She wanted to catch some rays while the sun poked out behind these clouds, okay? That's a natural behavior that these birds will do out in the Amazon. They'll go to the top of the canopy, get a direct ray of sunlight, and they'll try to absorb the vitamins onto their skin, okay? Just like that. She's not dying, okay? That's a big question I get when she does that, okay? So you did good, kid. There we go. So that was Bananas, my 4-year-old Kiel Bill toucan. You did good. And follow him. Now, if you guys have ever been to the beach on a hot day,
Okay, we're here at Monee Fest, and I can't walk by a vendor and smell barbecue, and I got it. You know what I'm saying? It just draws you right in. Right. This is something I'm hearing folks talk out here. I'm hearing this is some of the best barbecue in Monee. Not to say Northern Illinois. I'm going to find out a little more about it. And your name, sir?
Gerard Terrell.
Gerard, tell me the secret of On the Bone.
Well, it's Eat the Bone barbecue. That came from a judge, actually.
Really?
He had tried the food. We were doing the testing, and he took a bite, looked up at me. He said, and he licked the sauce, and he said, "Man, this make you want to eat the bone." And so, 10 years later, when we decided, my brother and I decided to do this, that name came back to us, and so there you go.
I gotta relate to that because I've had barbecue that before where I'm sucking the bones. I hate to admit it, but my mother used to say, "You're making a fool out of yourself doing it." I'm sorry, it's good.
Yeah.
I can't help that.
Yeah, we call it, when the folks eat our food, they get their little happy dance on. Because you'll see them sitting there and eating it off that bone and just kind of dancing a little bit.
That's one thing, folks eating barbecue, if you get a little sauce around your mouth and on your hands, well, that's all about it.
That's right.
I mean, that's all about it, So
it's a messy meal, but it's a great meal to have.
So how long have you both been teamed up doing this?
This is our 5th year now.
5th year.
Yeah,
really?
5th year. Yeah,
really?
we started mobile. That was our mobile trailer there.
Your mobile setup is really nice.
And then we finally decided to go ahead and open up a brick and mortar.
Like a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
How's that been working out for you?
Doing pretty good. Really well.
All right. Because I know in these economic times, it's rough.
Yes, it is. It is.
But then again, you have a product that you're not going to get anywhere else.
Right.
And,
exactly.
Folks got a taste for your type of cooking. They're coming.
Yeah.
That's
good old school barbecue cooking. We use wood. We give you that good flavor. And then homemade sauce, homemade dry rub.
I was just going to say, do you have a secret recipe for your sauce and stuff?
Yeah, we have our own.
See,
Keep it covered up real good. We don't, share that, but
you can't.
And then a combination of wood. We don't just throw some wood in there. Over the years, we've perfected our flavor that we wanted. And,
wow, okay.
So we use 3 different woods.
Like a little bit of hickory up in there too?
A little bit of everything. We have to take you out if we tell you.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't want that,
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying. I just curious.
Yeah, but we do have a combination of wood.
Okay.
A little fruit.
I can smell those embers. I know you're not messing around. So anyhow, listen. Thanks so much for stepping up. Saw you having a good product. Non-stop line coming up here, and wanted the opportunity to talk to you all and appreciate the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for the interview.
Next time you're in Monee, you got to check this out.
Terrell's Eat the Bone Barbecue.
Okay. You folks deliver too, right?
Yes.
Okay. You heard it here. All right. Take care. We got more coming from Monee.
All righty. Thanks, Jim.
And I just want to talk to you a little about my dog, Mud. Dog Baseball.
Mud Dog Baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bring us up to date here.
We're a private travel organization.
Okay.
We've been around. We just completed our 11th season, so 10 years plus. 10
Okay.
plus years.
So it's substantial.
Yeah, it's substantial. It started here in Monee. We just kind of expanded. We have a facility we use in Crete. Indoor facility, year-round kids train. We travel out of state, anywhere from Florida, Iowa, Michigan, Indiana, obviously being our neighbors.
Yeah.
The boys compete and we play high-level baseball. So.
Okay, it sounds like you take it very seriously and probably have some excellent coaching as well and managing. So
we do. We're fortunate enough that we do have a lot of committed coaches within the staff, as well as our parents. A lot of our parents, parents make a program too, and their
parental support is.
You can tell really, like the older the kids get, a lot of times you kind of don't have that parental support. There's constantly parents at all our games. They travel with us when we go out of state.
It is excellent.
It is.
Good support for your athletes as well. One last question. With being around the amount of years you have been, have some of your athletes gone on to some interesting, bigger and better things?
Great question. We're just at that point now.
Okay.
Like I started this when my son was 6, and now we'll be heading into 17U baseball next year. So there'll be juniors in high school. Now's the time when they start to
people are looking at you.
Or people are looking at the boys to move on. College education first, but it'd be nice to continue to do what you love doing.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you your name, sir.
My name's Ray.
Coach Ray, thanks so much. I know one of your helps has got a Visa card she wants to ask you about.
Yep.
So thank you for your patience.
Thanks.
Thanks for stepping up. Appreciate it. And if anybody wants to know more about Mud Dogs Baseball.
Mud Dog Baseball. Like us on Facebook, more on Twitter, at Mud Dog Baseball 1. Our webpage is muddogBaseball.com.
Okay, terrific. Thanks for taking the time.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, baby, hold on.
Okay, we're going through the fest and there's all kind of ethnic foods, but there's none other better than Polish cuisine. And these young ladies will attest to that, and they're just all about this. So we're gonna get some names, and you are?
I'm Catherine.
Okay, and?
I am Dorothy.
Okay, what do we have for sale for the public today?
Today we have the Polish plate, which is 3 potato and cheese pancakes. We have a potato pancake. We have fried sauerkraut, a tomato guamki, which is a cabbage roll,
right,
and we have Polish sausage.
Okay, my mouth is watering. How long have you been in this business, producing beautiful, delicious food like this?
We already 5 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and you had mentioned off camera, where are you located?
Monee.
Okay.
Governor's Highway 2512.
Okay.
25. Sorry.
Well, give us the name of the business.
Yeah.
We'll always find it.
Natatramir, Polish restaurant.
Okay.
25812 South Governor's Highway in Monee.
Okay, and you've been around for 5 months, you said?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. How's it been received? The public like?
Look on our Google review. We have more than almost every review is 5 stars.
Okay, hats off to you.
And
this is very
everything
good.
made in her restaurant. She's an owner along with 2 other people.
Okay.
Everything is made fresh daily. It's made to order. Nothing's frozen. She has her own farm, so she has like 40 chickens. So when we so if you want a breaded pork chop, the eggs used to bread that pork chop is from her farm. Yes. Like everything is made fresh daily. They go to work at like 5 in the morning to prepare everything, and then they don't go to bed till like, I don't know, like 5 in the morning.
You do go to bed eventually, right?
Yes. They're always constantly like, if it's not taking care of the farm, it's taking care of the restaurant.
Yes, I was going to say between both places, very busy, and then.
And it's not even that; it's desserts too. Like our kolaches are homemade kolaches.
Okay.
Our apple strudel, homemade apple strudel. Our cheese blintzes, homemade cheese blintzes. So and it doesn't take. It's not like
we got Polish vodka, limoncello, cytrynówka, homemade also.
Homemade, yeah.
Wow,
yes.
that is off the top.
Nothing takes 2 seconds. It takes
a
very long time. She makes your food with love.
I was going to say, are these some of the recipes from your family in Poland?
Yes.
Okay, because this is what makes it special and tastes so authentic and real.
Yeah.
You know.
And not even Like, yeah, the food is phenomenal, but the way we plate our food and the way we decorate our food is so pretty. It's like, look at any other restaurant, they just slop the food on a plate.
Oh,
our food looks like it should be a flower arrangement.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, and just in saying that, just the detail you have around your display here tells me your attention to detail and delivery is off the top.
And everything's clean. You would come into our kitchen and everything is so clean and like tidy. Everything has its own spot. We all have our duties to do after work and before work, and if we don't do them, we're not going home. And guess what? We get checked, double checked, and triple checked, and everything is flawless. The restaurant is tidy, clean. Like, I could eat the food off her floor. That's how clean we are. You come check for yourself.
You sold me, and and tell me the hours. Do you open?
Yeah, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. When Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are open 11 to 9 p.m.
Okay. All right. Folks, you heard it here, and I can tell you just from what I'm smelling around the cooking off the top, if you want genuine, delicious Polish cuisine served by these young ladies that know what they're doing, that are dedicated in what they're doing, this is the place.
We do everything with love.
There you
everything.
go. There you go. And one more time, the name of the restaurant.
Na Tatrami.
Okay. Folks, check it out.
They don't even need it. Am I on TV?
Salt and pepper?
No. Pierogies are amazing.
Great food we were just talking about. Someone's back here really cooking today, and to an excellent finish. And we had to find out more about them. And your name, sir?
My name is Nick Olivetti. I'm the chef here at Na Tatrami. Today I'm cooking smoked Polish sausage with sauerkraut. We have pierogi, potato and cheese with bacon. Today we're also serving potato pancakes freshly fried on our grill back there. Always fried in lard, because fried in lard tastes different than it's fried in oil. Potato pancakes taste better when they're fried in lard than in oil.
The quality of the products is we were watching you prior to filming this, taking it off of the grill and putting it on the steam tables. Perfect presentation quality. How do you do it so efficiently and so flavorful?
You know what? I have to credit myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, because I was gonna shout you out.
The traditional Polish flavor that we get from all the restaurants from Chicago back in the early 80s, early 70s. There was a lot of Polish heritage that came over around here in the south side of Chicago.
Absolutely,
it's
Polish
one
heritage.
One of the biggest Polish residencies outside of Poland.
That's right.
You heard of that?
I heard it was a population similar to Warsaw.
Exactly.
In Chicago, the greater Northern Illinois Chicago.
That's true.
That is a testament to, and with that came the culture, the food, ceremonial stuff, religion things, everything. The music,
the dresses. You've seen the girls in the beautiful dresses, things like that.
Gorgeous.
Thank you so much for guys coming by and interviewing me today. I appreciate it.
No, that's
I gotta finish cooking now. Okay.
But no, that's okay. We didn't want to keep them that much longer, but thanks.
Thank
Shout
you.
out. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You bet, sir.
That'll work.
It's our steak.
Thank you.
Hold the camera while you're sampling.
Yeah. Wow. You just saw that on there. It's so good. I just ate it so quick. And I have to wonder, who are we here with real quick?
We're at Mr. K's steak stand.
Very good. And do you go to the local festivals around here?
Yes, we have two different trucks. This is Mr. K's #2, and #1 goes to all the fairs, and we go to the festivals.
I love it, and I can't wait to see you next year. Well, I think I need a break, so cool off, and remember, you're hanging with Clem at Monee Fall Fest.
Hi, I'm Jacene.
And I'm Tia. I'm Adrian. I'm Taylor. And you're hanging with Glenn.
Okay, we met some interesting folks in the parade earlier, and we now caught up with them, and crafting barrels for whiskey is an art, and we're going to find out more about it from these gentlemen. And you are?
I'm Lauren Buchmeyer.
And?
I'm Holden Buchmeyer.
Okay, I like those nice ethnic sounding names, but there's a tradition here that probably goes back in your family.
Well, we have a long history of farmers and carpenters.
Okay.
So
take me there.
Yeah. So I grew up swinging a hammer, and you know, I taught him carpentry since he was a kid.
Yep. He's made me do it too.
So yeah, I actually was a police officer after I got out of the army.
Okay. Very honorable.
Yeah, you know, but it never was my thing.
Okay.
I recalled when I was in Ireland at the Jameson Distillery, the girl leading the tour showed us our bronze plaque with every Cooper's name since 1759, and she pointed and says, "This is our last Cooper, and he's about to retire, so if you're looking for a job, become a Cooper." And riding around in my squad car, just miserable and everything, I thought, you know what?
You know, I'm
going to be a Cooper.
Yeah.
So I found a place in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Tiller's International, and they do a 5-day handmade bucket class or barrel class.
Okay.
They also do a bucket class.
But that's only a weekend.
But yes, so that was where I dipped my toes, and using tools like these, all these handmade or traditional hand tools. So I learned the ancient art of coopering. And we don't know how long the Celts had been making oak barrels.
Okay.
The first documentation was in 58 BC when Julius Caesar sent legions into Gaul and Alemanni and found that the Celtic tribes were making these oak barrels. And they were, you know, going into campaigns with their clay amphora and probably losing half their wine with breakage. And you know, not only did they find these oak barrels to be sturdy to transport, but they also realized that it, you know, imparted some excellent nuance to their wine.
Yes.
Which probably wasn't too good until they got the oak barrels.
No, you're right.
So of course, then it became global. Well, at the time, the globe of the world. You know, Mediterranean trade and everything else. So then it spread all over. I think the oldest barrel found so far dates back to about 800 BC. It was found in southern Germany.
Wow.
So we have no idea how long they were making the barrels, but they figured out with simple Bronze Age tools, and you know, found out, you know, that white oak is one of the few tree species that will retain liquids, and that's due to a property known as tyloses, which is in the cell structure, the cell wall of the xylem. And so it basically is a closed cell, and it prevents any fluids from transferring through it.
Okay.
So yeah, white oak is primarily what's used for wine or for whiskey. In Europe, they have French oak, Quercus robur, also Hungarian oak, and here in the United States, we have Eastern white oak. And that's what we use and have always used for our whiskeys.
You just answered my next question was going to be the type of material you use. And I'm looking at a very interesting process on your display table here. Can you kind of take me through why did they flame the inside of a...
All right, great question. So there's actually two parts to the inside of the barrel and preparing that barrel. For wine, you give the barrel a toast. And a lot of cooperages don't bother to toast it for whiskey. They simply give it a char, which is what you see in the photo where it's just completely engulfed in flames. But for a char 3, that's about a 45 to 55 second, complete
blast of heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically what the slow toast does is you have a metal cresset inside the barrel, which we have photographed, and you just keep those coals burning, and that heat draws the sugars out of the summer growth rings, and it pulls them to the inside of the barrel. Now those sugars are what create your flavor profile.
Okay.
So whether it's a light, medium long, medium plus, heavy toast, and there you can actually see the sugars glistening in the wood.
Yeah, you sure can.
So that's what's really going to build your flavor profile for your spirit or your wine.
Right.
So when we char the barrel, a char 3 goes in about 1/8 of an inch of char, but then right behind that, you have about 1/16 of an inch of caramelized sugars that's really going to give you your palate. And so that's why we feel it's critical to give that barrel a true toast before we char it, because the spirit's going to seep in about 3/16 of an inch.
Okay.
So you're not going to draw on many sugars in that 55 seconds of char. So we give it a proper toast and create a better spirit.
I know, having come from a family of winemakers, kind of came with our heritage from Italy, but the big thing was my grandfather used to just get whatever whiskey barrels he could get and hope for the best. But his big thing was the blending of certain grapes.
Yes.
So, but you just bring it up another game notch here with the toasting that is a critical factor that was not known to maybe a lot of people back in the day. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In the wine industry,
known to a lot of people now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I don't like to talk trash, but a lot of cooperages don't toast their barrels.
Yeah.
We're one of the only that does.
Well, yeah, there's several.
There's some, but there's a reason our barrels craft a superior spirit.
No doubt. So, I got to ask, how long have you now been doing this? Do you have a local shop, or are you up in Michigan only? Or?
No, actually, Michigan was only where I took the class and made my first barrel.
Okay,
so we were in Beecher. No, we were in Beecher for our first 6 years, and then we relocated to my boyhood farm about a year ago. That's right here in Monee.
Okay.
So we've reestablished our cooperage here in Monee. We're the only cooperage in Illinois and one of about 26 in the country.
Something like this, especially in Monee, that's almost like a destination.
Yeah,
for folks to come and see.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not.
And that's
you're
what
you're way ahead of me on that.
Well, we plan on making it a destination. Actually, we plan on setting up a distillery, a tasting room, and a restaurant.
There you go.
As well as a rick house to store other people's barrels and rental cabins.
As well as our own, yeah.
Yes, as well as our own, of course. And rental cabins for people who want to stay the weekend, take a tour, and see how the spirit is made.
That has bed and breakfast written all over it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it'll be a destination
delightful
for
experience.
whiskey enthusiasts.
You're reading our minds.
Okay, you're there. My hat's off to you guys for thinking out of the box.
Thank you.
Bringing it. So anyhow, I am so glad we walked up here. I was just going to ask a few basic questions about firing an interior of a barrel, and it was a wealth of information and future possibilities that you just shared with our audience. So thanks for stepping up.
Oh, happy to do so. Our pleasure.
Good luck every time you. And where are you located in Monee?
We are at 25964 South Egyptian Trail.
Okay, so.
And you can find us at crowshead.com.
Okay, that sounds fair.
CROZE. We call it that because the part of the barrel where the head sits in is called the crows. CROZE.
Brilliant. Okay.
So we are Crow's Head.
Crowshead.com. You can book tours there if anybody wants to come.
Great. Gentlemen, again, thanks for stepping up. So glad we talked. And folks, you heard it here. Check them out. All right, take care.
All right,
let me grab a hand.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
God bless. Take care. When you think of art, I'm thinking of art, wearable art that you want to have on your body and enhance your look. This young lady took it to another level. We're going to find out her name and your name.
My name is Deborah Williams. I am D and Wearable Art by D.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, and now I'm seeing the sign.
Yeah.
What got you started into this beautiful art form?
Well, I've been crafting since I was a child. My mom got me into crafting, and when we went into I call it lockdown with COVID, I was craft, and I had so much stuff. I started putting it on Etsy, and then I did my first craft show, and now I'm hooked.
Wow. Talk about a success story.
Yeah.
But then again, there's something to see here, folks. There's an artistic touch here. Tell us about some of these pieces. What motivates you to design like this?
Okay, let's talk about one of my favorite pieces.
Yeah, by all means.
Let's talk about this. Okay, so this is just a simple 20-inch necklace. If I unhook it, now I've got a 40-inch with a little charm. It's a 40-inch. No, almost everything that I make that's multi is multi-wear. I can adjust the lengths, so now it drapes differently. So
look
now,
at that. Look at it. It's cascading differently.
Yeah,
Look at that.
right. So everything that I do. Oh, also the other thing I love is I listen to my customers, and I had seniors saying that lobster claw clasps were difficult for them. So I've gone to a larger lobster claw clasp. The clasp is always decorative. It's the bigger
Yes, it
size,
is.
and it's got the big hoop to make it easy to find. So when you're putting it on backwards, you find for the big hoop and close it. Or some of them, when you're putting them on, you find or you search for the bead. If you feel the bead, you know you've got the right
You're
place.
doing by sense of feel so many
Yes.
times around the back of your neck. And I was almost, when you first took it off your display, I was almost going to comment about the big clasp. And I thought, let her talk, because
Yes.
I know there's a reason there.
Right.
You know, but again, some of your earwear as well.
Yes.
Again, I just like the way, whether it's a hoop, whether it's angles, it just has a nice look.
Well, thank you.
Again, do you do anything? This is overall style and a lot of different mediums of material, but do you do anything for like Christmas orientated or Halloween orientated, or a special religious piece or something like that?
Yeah. So I have a few Halloween items.
Oh, I'm sorry, didn't even see those.
Yeah, I have a few Halloween items. I'm just beginning to work on the Halloween items.
Okay.
I've got
Gorgeous.
some items for October.
Yes.
Okay. And then February.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Again, Halloween. And I was looking for my Christmas items. Most of these are, obviously, they're all original designs, but they're not the medium that you think. For example, this is chain, just regular chain from a necklace, and then you drape it so that it looks like a bead. Okay. I make some of my own charms. This is out of polymer clay.
Okay. You've just taken this to another level. And are you still on Etsy now? Or?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm on Etsy at Wearable Art by D. I'm on Etsy, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest. All
She's there.
Wearable Art by D. Plus,
Okay.
wearableartbyd.com. If you go to wearableartbyd.com, you'll
so
find
you
me at
can,
Etsy.
and of course, you can purchase off of that site.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing, events like we're at today, and my compliments on your booth and your display. Do you do a lot of those during the fiscal year?
Yes, yes. My goal is to do as many as I possibly can. I believe my next event, I am in Sherrville. I will be in Sherrville, but then I will also, on October 29th, I'll be in Crown Point at the Sparta Dome.
Okay.
Okay. And then November 12th, I will be at the Dean and Barbara White Center in Maryville, Indiana. There is an organization, the Teachers Band, meet and greet, and I'm doing that. So I am almost every weekend I'm someplace.
Okay, that is so great. And one last question before I walk away, and thank you for a plethora of information. But do you find yourself at this juncture of your design career, are you getting repeat customers?
Yes, actually I am. So when people come up and they look at things, I pay attention to what they're looking at, and I listen to the conversation they're having with the person next to them. So for example, yesterday a lady came up and she asked, do I have dragon items? Well, no, I don't, but I will. And the goal is to have dragon themed items, but for adults, because she doesn't want childlike. And then today someone was asking about heart-shaped keychains. I will.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Folks, that's half of marketing is listening.
Yes.
And ta-da.
Right.
Anyhow, thank you so much for stepping up. She saw us walking by and suggested, hey, why don't you shoot some video here? And then we got into a very pleasant conversation, and we appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
So, Wearable Art, one more time, the name.
Wearable Art by D. You can find me at wearableartbyd.com.
Okay, you heard it here first. Okay, thanks. Stay tuned, guys. We got more coming. Should I get some names real fast? Okay, we're tossing on this side. You are?
Mackenzie Hennessy, thank you.
Okay, and on this side?
Jennifer Hennessy.
Okay, we have the Hennessy girls here, really taking care of business. So, okay. All right, thank you. That is so cool looking. welcome to Breaking Wind with Clem. Clem is going to...
No, Jimmy, no. We're at Monee Fall Fest, and you're hanging with Clem, and boy, did I have a fun day. It's been a long day. Started with the parade.
Yes, it sure did.
Heard some music.
Great music by midnight.
Saw some cars.
Great cars. Got some great interviews.
There's a carnival. There's a craft fair. Food. Monee Heritage. You got everything right here in Monee. Any concluding statements, James? I'm sorry, I did all your talking.
No, that's it. I was along for the ride, hanging with Clem. But no, if you ever get a chance, it's at the middle of September every year, or the beginning of September,
yep.
Before it gets really cold. Before it gets really cold in October. This is a smarter idea. They have it in September, and it is a great time. Monee Fall Fest. Check it out. You can go online and find out more about it. But we were privileged enough to be part of it this year, hanging with Clem.
And I was privileged to have you with me and all the other Clemenites that were hanging too. How do you like? Yeah.
Sounds like a religious order, but whatever.
But on that note, I need to get some rest. So as always, you could find me on acvariety.com, relive our past experiences, and can't wait to see what future places we see all our new friends at, and you at home. So until next time, you've been hanging with Clem at Monee Fall Fest.